Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast in the fucking world with the shittiest audio with the most amazing content. Love that you all are listening to us, and we really appreciate it. So sit back and relax as we start this episode. Yo, it's the dude. Just let me interrupt this episode real quick just to let you know about Bobby Rapscallion. In case you've missed it in previous episodes when we talked about him, Bobby Rapscallion is a lifestyle brand that produces amazing CBD products. I'm talking about gummies, oils with melatonin in it. If you're looking for that sweet ass sleep, go to bobbyrapscallion.com and get CBD now. If you don't even know how many milligrams you should be taking, don't worry about it. They got a calculator on their website where you can put in your body weight and it'll tell you exactly how many milligrams of CBD you should be taking a day. Okay? There's no THC in it, so even if you get, random piss tests, you don't have to worry about it. If you're allergic to THC, you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Go to bobbyrapscallion.com and for a limited time, you can put in our code. Yeah. The Dinosaur and the Dude has a code. Put in the letters TDTD20 and you'll get 20% off their CBD products. That's TDTD20. 20% off Bobby Rapscallion CBD products at bobbyrapscallion.com. I don't think you can use it on the bulk. Because it's bulk. You could buy bulk, but I think bulk is already at a discount. So you can't use our code, but for the individual purchases of CBD products, absolutely. TDTD20, 20% off Bobby Rapscallion products. If you're looking for high quality, high potency CBD, this is it. If you're not using Bobby Rapscallion, I don't know what else to tell you. You're doing yourself a disservice. And that's it. So go there now. bobbyrapscallion.com. Get it. Use our code. Get 20% off. All right. Now enjoy the rest of the episode. So this is going to be a follow-up episode. We'll just call it that, where we follow up on some existing topics that we've discussed before and expound upon them as some of them have come to fruition. Sounds great. Okay, cool.
Oh, we could also preemptively, because they're going to be hearing this next week, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I want to know what the percentage of population on the earth is right now versus, or in the areas that the AT&T or cellular networks, some of them went down today.
The outage,
yeah. I wonder what the crime rate looks like in 1 week.
Yeah,
because there are people that are like, "Oh my God, it's happening!"
Let's see if we could do that. All right, you ready?
There'll be hysterical data unless it really is the end of the world and nobody has access to internet.
Right,
and if that's the case, good luck, bro.
We're the idiots on cruise control. Everyone else is panicking.
If I see you then.
We're like idiots. They thought it was all fucked up. I got cellular, so the world is still round to me. Meanwhile, other people are just completely losing their shit.
Right.
Awesome. All right.
So funny.
And hey, everybody, welcome.
Clap.
Yes. That was unofficial. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Now it's official. Welcome to another episode of the podcast you love to fucking listen to. It is The Dinosaur and the Dude,
yes.
The only podcast in the world, the most amazing
content. We're special. I think we're fucking amazing. I think that we are amazing.
It's the only podcast in the world with the shittiest audio.
That's my
but
fault.
The most amazing content.
Yes. Sorry about the audio. You're welcome for the amazing content.
Yeah, there you go.
We all have flaws, okay? Don't be a hater.
There you go. And that right there, she's the dinosaur.
That's me.
And I'm the fucking dude. And we thank you all for joining us, for listening, and for being
welcome to the shit show
of whatever episode you're picking up. If this is your first one, awesome. Thank you. Yo,
you're a little lost. We like that you're here, but just go back to the beginning.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you
if
want to
you
go
can
back
sit
to,
through the first probably 3, 4 episodes, I'll be honest with y'all. We want to do a little review here. I'll review the couple episodes of the first Dinosaur the Dude.
yes,
It was
yes,
rough. Okay, it was rough.
yes,
We have problems. We are humans. We were working it
yes,
out. It was an art installation
yes.
where we wanted to see what the psyche of the internet population control test uh, set, what they would think
Yeah,
if we started out really shitty and then eventually just got better and better.
built
You
up.
know,
Yeah.
that's what the plan was. I mean,
Well, I think that that was the plan. We just didn't like give people a heads up, nor did we know ourselves like how long we would come out of the shitty phase. I
yeah,
mean, even we
it's
were thinking like,
intermittent
yeah,
now.
we were thinking like, oh man, we might stumble on the first one, but second, we
Yeah,
stumbled so
we
hard
got
on the,
this in the bag. I mean, well,
yeah,
13 later, I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know
yeah,
what to say.
yeah, we stumbled so hard on the first one, it's not even up. I think the second one is our first episode. I'm not sure. I have to look back again.
And
Or
our first one that people can listen to is fucking rough.
oh man, so here's the thing that I would love for people to try and do. If you could listen to the first like 5 episodes and really like tell us what the fuck we were saying, that would be amazing. That would help.
Because we forgot and I'm stoned.
That would
So
be super amazing because we had the intent of saying certain things, thus in the title, but it it might sound it might sound a little bit uh not like that at all. And I want to also say none of us at that time were in a trunk on the run, evading the cartel or anything.
we
But
weren't
it
like on a
does,
lunar lander somewhere.
yeah, but it does sound like we are doing all those things. So
Yeah.
apologies,
Well,
and especially to the people in South Africa, because you guys are showing up that you know
what? Yes. Let's
somebody's
visit.
listening over there. We don't know
Can we
exactly
visit?
where, but in South Africa, you're picking it up. Hungary's picking it up. So thanks. Uh,
This
hope
is
you all are
amazing.
enjoying it and keep listening. You know, we're just trying to do something that we think is cool and that other people will enjoy. So
And that can be relevant, some of it.
yeah, there's something,
Some of it's just
some
good old fuckery.
yeah, some degree of something that's relevant. Or I mean, we talk about all kinds of things from
We
like
do.
like
We
I
love
said,
the elders. We love the alphabet
yeah.
mafia.
But
You know.
at the same time, we talk about things that we honestly and truly will tell you we have no understanding of,
Oh no, shit. Yeah.
like uh god damn it. I was gonna say it and I felt really good about saying it too. Now I'm kind of flubbing
Mm,
all over the place. uh,
it's okay.
don't tell me,
Just pull it out and put it
don't
back in.
do not, don't you tell me, do not tell me,
No.
uh
Okay.
don't I'm about to say it. I know I'm about to say it. It's on the tip.
Go.
I feel like it's
Here's
on.
the thing.
Yeah.
Um, I have the attention span of a marshmallow right now.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
if you don't, you could just
Uh-huh.
tell me, "Hey, I totally did. You missed
I
it."
did. I totally did
Okay.
say it. You
Yeah,
missed it.
okay. Is that what happened? Okay.
I
So
would
anyway,
no. I was trying to
if you're in South Africa, please, y'all, like, let me know. Can I visit? Like, where are you at? Let
in
me come and visit. I
in
wanna
South
travel.
Africa.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. At some point we're gonna get at some point we're gonna capture enough listening time to where we will be able to get an understanding of where the exact location. And once we do, we'll know.
Or they could just reach out.
Sarcoidosis. We didn't know anything about that.
Sarcoidosis.
Sarcoidosis. That was close shit.
You were
Uh,
doing good,
sar-
though. I love how you did it with
sarcoidosis.
gusto.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it with gusto.
You sure did. I felt it. I
Well,
mean, and
anyway,
I'm smart, so I understood it, but
right. Well, before we get deeper into it, here's the disclaimer that we'll say so that when we talk about things like sarcoidosis, you all can know that we really don't know what the fuck we're talking about, let alone be able to say it correctly. So
fair.
sit back,
Listen up.
listen to the disclaimer here.
Pay attention.
Okay, everyone, before we get started into this episode, uh, whatever we might be talking about might be triggering. So here's the warning. Just be mindful of what we are saying is definitely something that we're not trying to trigger you on, but just some of the topics might be a little iffy in regards to,
Sensitive,
yeah, exactly. That's the word I was trying to say.
fragile, delicate.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you are. It's just that some of the content might
No,
trigger somebody in a certain
it's
way.
offensive.
We
I
do
get
talk
it.
about we talk about different things that happen to people that could be assaults or somebody could be killed or
We do
chased
try to give
or
trigger warnings, though, so I'll give you
yeah,
the quick disclaimer.
yeah. So
Um,
here's the yeah. So yeah, you all listen to her. The dinosaur is going to go over the disclaimer because I can't because I don't give a fuck. She cares way more. She cares way more than I do, even though she'll say the opposite. So you all
that's
just
true.
listen to the disclaimer. It's here for your benefit. Here's the dinosaur. Also, everything that we're saying in our episodes, unless we state otherwise, is all for entertainment. And there's no there's nothing that we're giving away as advice or of a matter of fact that you should go out in the world and do your own thing. We're basically saying we're not responsible for whatever fuck ups you experience after listening to us and trying to do whatever the fuck we're talking about. That's on you. Okay. All right. Now she'll finish out the rest of the disclaimer.
Um, we don't know shit, and we don't try to say that we know shit. We like the internet, and it likes us, so we play together sometimes. But don't take anything that we say to heart. Don't take it as the gospel. Don't take it as an expert of any kind because we don't know shit. We just like to hang out and with y'all and talk about goofy shit or funny shit or scary shit or real shit or whatever shit. And
It's just all shit. Yeah.
it's all shit with the audio shit, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much
Yeah.
that's our moniker.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if we know that we're going to offend you, so we get that. At some point, we will offend somebody, and if we do, we're sorry. Find another podcast. Not that we
Mm.
don't want you here. It's just that if we're going to be in the habit of offending you, then we don't want to hurt your feelings. So, um,
Yeah.
but if you're not 18, please don't listen to this.
Mm.
And I think that that might be it.
Okay. So um, we were gonna have like a
Hi.
little, huh?
I said hi.
Hey again. Yeah, we were gonna have like a little follow-up episode. This is a follow-up episode. We've talked about several topics on the most recent episodes, and we're gonna just bounce
That
back a
we
little
thought
bit.
were worth a shit.
Yeah, and do like a little update on it. And I mean, are
I
we
think the
doing a
first
check?
update, I know what we need to do.
What?
We gotta check on them peoples.
I was gonna say, are we doing a check? Okay.
We
I
should
guess we
we
could
should
just.
just blow through it.
Okay, yeah, you know I'm gonna blow through it. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
same
alive.
as
Okay, next.
yep, same as before. Listen to the last episode, same shit. All right, cool.
Okie dokie. Sounds not
Just
fun,
yeah,
but
they're just buying shit on TV.
you know, okay, I have to say the Home Shopping Network or like whatever CV something that it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Okay,
because I found
those
out it
people
wasn't.
are are man, they're going to kill it. And the reason why is because there's an older generation
Oh my
that
god.
used to use those sites, used to
Oh my
use that TV channel.
oh my god. This like they have a never-ending
Oh
supply
yeah.
of
And if
customers.
there's a retirement money, if there's a retirement plan, bro, or if you got
Just
expendable income, it's like not even saying you have to come across it on the internet, which means you could just have the TV on and come across the steal of a deal that you have to have.
oh, it's
No,
always a
you can
steal.
reach, for three
Oh, it's
payments of
always a
something.
steal. The bargain is like that. That's the hook. The bait
And then there's a
almost.
time limit on it too, and you're like, "Fuck,
Yeah,
oh god."
yeah. The time
Yeah.
limit on the rose gold version of
Oh my
this,
god, don't tell me. I love rose gold so much in my
this,
heart. I love it.
and you can get the gray, you can get the red, you can get
Don't
the
do it.
white, the black, or
What?
the blue. But this rose gold version,
This
that
here? This here rose gold?
we only have what? Wait, hold on. I'm getting an update
Is
right
that
now. I'm getting an update.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, okay, listen up. Hey, we only have two of these left. As a matter
Uh-oh.
of fact, as a matter
Oh,
of
we
fact,
just found another box.
Daphne is coming over right now to roll this one off. Someone's buying. That's one of the two. The
And
one we have on
oh,
the
watch.
screen right now, and the other one.
Because it
Yep,
yeah, and then
it's
they
getting
start
rolled
listing
off.
off all of the, amenities about it. You know, it's hard shelled, it's got RF whatever
Daphne just
protection.
rolled it off. It's
This is
gone.
technically a Faraday suitcase, if we're
It's gone.
being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. It's a Faraday suitcase. That's right. When will you need that? Who the fuck knows? But look how
Witchcraft.
stylish it is. Look how stylish.
Exactly. It's functional and
Rose
pretty.
gold Faraday. It's going to be a black rectangle on the X-ray scan when you're going to get pulled to the side and wand dived in all the time. They're going
Mhm.
to jam a wand up your crack every time because clearly you're smuggling something. We can't scan your suitcase because you get the special rose gold
Oh, that's
Faraday
true.
suitcase. Way to
That's
go.
true.
I just
Congrats.
yeah. So anyway,
Enjoy.
they're doing their thing.
Sorry about your
They're
butthole.
living. They're living and doing their thing.
Okay, well, I
How
am
about you?
taking to my mom on
Yeah.
a to a play
Oh
on
wow.
Saturday, which will be
Oh
super fun for us. She'll
oh
really enjoy it. She deserves
yeah.
a good, you know, time out of the house to have fun and do something, not just like we got to run to the grocery store real quick and then I got to take you back
Right.
because
Yeah.
I've got insert whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and she's so worried about stressing me out, and that is very sweet. I appreciate that tremendously.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, my brother is stepped up and he's taking mom to like doctor's appointments, and if he can't take him, then he's getting Tyler to take her.
Oh wow.
And
So he's come back around.
well, yes, I mean, I don't know that he's paid Tyler yet, but my brother's very forgetful, and he's very good at putting things off and
Hmm.
making it seem like, no, no, I got this. It's cool. It's fine. I'm just, but not right now.
Right.
You know,
Hey, did you
because he's
forget to do this?
busy.
We got 5 minutes left. Oh no no no. I got it. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
no, I was gonna just, I was,
Meanwhile, holy fuck! I completely forgot that. I love
right.
it. He won't say it aloud.
So doing that, I got to see Tyler last Friday, and
Oh yeah.
hopefully I'll get to see him again, well,
Nice.
maybe Sunday.
Nice.
So yeah, we had some big
The play
talks. We made
reminds me of
some.
something.
What's
Sorry
that?
to sorry to interrupt. The play reminds me of something. I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, okay. It's a Treasure Island.
Oh, Treasure Island. Okay.
I know, which is a great one because I love adventure. Um, so then, you know, we had every time that we talk, we'd like hang out.
Yeah.
We'll like watch Ted Lasso, or
Yeah.
you know, listen to music, or we'll cook something, or like this time we ordered in.
Mhm.
So we just talked to him after, and then Laura went out to play our game, and which she's fucking slaying at, by the way,
Mhm.
slaying. Y'all go and check her out. She is on Xbox, Twitch. What is TikTok? She is Calamity Gal.
Calamity Gal on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah. And she hasn't streamed on Twitch in a while, but she's done some, not many,
We'll send
um,
it. We'll
TikToks.
get links over and we'll put it up in this episode.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, she would love it. And you got to tell her that the dinosaur and the dude sent you because she's my wife.
Yeah.
So just be nice to her,
The
okay?
dinosaur the dude because she's the wife. That's
Yeah. Oh,
hilarious.
speaking of, in other news, so my wife is in the other room with my wife-in-law.
God damn it. What's
No, not that way, bro.
no, no. I know not that way, but it's sort of like
Is it more than
it's
your mind can digest?
no, it's like you know how you're happy for someone, but it doesn't necessarily mean you aren't. It's not like I don't understand it, but it's just sort of like, wow, that's still. It's such an amazing thing
That's still
to.
a thing. Okay, they haven't killed each other. Cool.
Well, right,
No,
yeah,
we
it's still
were
it's such
talking to her about her phone service went out this morning, I could tell she was a little anxious about it.
Yeah, it's
At
just
least
an
that's the vibe
amazing
that I
thing.
thought.
It's
Yeah, I
just
mean, it's pretty cool.
yeah, it's just an
It's
amazing thing. I mean, it's an amazing thing on both sides. I want to say that. I want to say it's like I think that's the thing that is like a
well on
big
all three sides.
yeah. Well, it's a big yeah. No, absolutely. You're very right. It's like a people have to be within us. I think that's why I'm always like, God, it's so amazing because I'm really looking at it not because it's like weird. And I know I've joked that, oh yeah,
Sure, sure, sure.
it's a threesome on the horizon kind of thing. No, it's like
No, the
the
threesome won't be there, but the beautiful horizon will be. And
the
chances are we'll
thing,
all be standing there looking at it.
right? But I mean, the thing that a lot of it's not common where people have maturity after relationships where they can
Sure.
and I know like you said it wasn't like that always but eventually it
Right.
came to be where it could be where
Well, it's
you
because we
can
realize that we're family.
yeah
We are family.
but I mean where aside from the family thing like you can coexist to the level where you're interacting in a very um genuine way, open and genuine way,
Oh, sure,
and
sure.
considerate of it. Like I've got people that can technically say, "Yeah, we're family to me," but I don't give a shit about them. I don't see them. I don't, you know,
Right.
if you exist in my life totally on a holiday, on a Christmas or a Thanksgiving, I really don't have much to do with you other than on that day. And then we play that awkward catch up game and
Mhm.
it's like, all right, cool. And you might text them before or after you see them that day. But after that, it fades out. Next thing you know, you're not talking to them again until that next holiday.
It is what it is, honestly, I wouldn't
There's that type
there's
of
some people that I
family,
just don't. I just know that it's not gonna go anywhere.
right?
We don't have
But
that much in common, and they're not my tribe, and she's totally my tribe.
yeah, and I think that's the thing. I think that is exactly it because I was saying something along that in that
I mean
vein earlier where I was saying, like, you know, people want to talk about family, but I genuinely feel like after a certain point, you make your own family.
yeah,
And
for sure.
it's not necessarily the people that you're genetically, it doesn't
Tied
have to
to,
be the
right.
people, yeah, the people that you're genetically attached to in some sort of way, because a lot of those people I'm genetically attached to, either one, don't know or don't give a shit about them, or you know, I have other people in my life that I consider family more than who I'm related to genetically. That's just how it is. I think that when people get to the point where they realize that they can associate and make their own kin, their own family, then it becomes a thing of where you just get rid of that burden. Like you got to see this person because they're your aunt, blah blah blah. I
Right.
don't give a shit. I haven't.
I know that exactly. So, I'm in a situation like that with my brother. I don't see him as much as I should. I
Yeah.
realize that,
Hmm.
but he doesn't see me as much as he should. You know, we both
Right.
have busy lives,
Yeah.
and we've got things going on,
Yeah.
and if I need him, like, an emergency situation,
Yeah.
he would be there for me. But I don't like to bother him with stuff because number 1, I've always wanted to, be favored in his eyes, always,
Okay.
because
Okay.
he was my big brother.
Sure.
But, I mean, as far as, like, just being here, like, he would be here if he needed to, but I don't need to see him all the time. I mean,
Right.
I love hanging out with him,
Yeah.
I mean, I think a vacation with them in separate like, separate living quarters would
Yeah.
be fantastic.
I want to go
I
on
mean, they've
vacation with
got
you. I want to be in the same room. I want to. I got pajamas. We're
but
gonna
with
match.
Renee, it's totally different. I'm just like, "Girl, come in, just sit down, be comfortable, just drink your
Yeah.
water," you know?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing I'm talking about. It's like it's certain people you have a more sense of family with people, and some of those people they aren't necessarily like your cousins or any kind of genetic relation or blood relation, however, you know, whatever part of the world you're from, you either say genetic or their blood, whatever. You don't have that,
Or
and you just
Crips, hey, whatever, okay,
right
whatever.
or
Just
on that
it's not
level,
my
yeah.
right.
But
I mean, I'm not here to I'm just saying,
but I think that it's kind of weird because for me in any relationship, if I'm pushing that relationship more than the other person is,
Sure.
then I pull back. Then I'm like, well, you know what? If I'm the one that's kind of forcing this, uh, if I'm trying to force having a relationship with people that I'm supposed to be family with, then I'm good. I'd rather put in, I got other people that
Right.
I'm not genetically tied to, but we are on all the
Right.
time where they're asking, genuinely asking about and wanting to
It's
know about me, and I'm genuinely asking and wanting to know about them. But then the other people are just sort of like, hey, look at this crazy video. All right, cool. And I don't hear from them like 3 days. But
and
they,
cool, fine. You know what? Because if that's the way that it needs to be, then
yeah,
great, because
yeah,
we're more spiritual. We're only
right.
so biological. You
Yeah,
know, our
right.
time on this earth is so finite. It's
Yeah,
just
I don't need to
it
fuck
it's
around with the
just is.
fuckery. Yeah, for that
So,
very
but
reason.
but whenever we can let go of people and let them ebb and flow into our lives as we think that they need to be, and
Hmm.
they think that we need to be, it's a dance because it's spiritual at that point. It's not biological, and spiritual will always outlive biological.
I think it's also some like acceptance that has to take place too. Like I think a lot of people want to have a relationship with a relative because
Fair.
they feel like they're supposed to. Like
Sure.
they watch enough story, TVs and movies and shows and all that kind of stuff that they feel like, oh, you're my brother, you're my mother, and we're supposed to have a certain relationship and it's supposed to be always tied to the hip. No, you don't. That's just what the narrative is, but you don't have to. And I think that when people realize that, I'm going to have a relationship with this particular person, and that's how it is. That's how our relationship's going to be.
Because I want to,
Well,
not because
because
I
you
have
want
to.
to, yeah, but well, because you you may even want it to be more, but if that is not how that person is, and they're just not going to reciprocate interaction the way the way you will,
Okay.
getting to understand that you're just not you're trying to make this relationship work a lot harder than this person is even showing interest and wanting it to work. As soon as people get an understanding of that, I think they can move forward with themselves saying, you know what, this person is related to me, but if I'm the one that's trying to build or trying to maintain contact, or I'm always the one inviting them over or something, but I'm never invited to their place, they're never checking to see or wanting to know what I'm up to or what I'm doing, then you have to realize that. And you have to realize that and say, okay, I need, I don't, I'm worth more of a person that is equally interested in me or not. And if you are, great. If you're not, great. But I'm not that way. I really don't want to put time into people that aren't doing the same thing. So that's that.
Right.
Hey everyone, it's the dude. And I don't know if you picked it up on previous episodes, but I'm learning another language, and I have to admit, I suck at it. I've been trying to do it for years, and I suck at it. And maybe you do too. I don't know. I don't know how you are. Maybe you're even thinking about learning a new language. Cool. Let me tell you about Pimsleur. They are a solid learning option that you should really look into if you're trying to brush up on a language, learn a new language, or whatever your language journey is. I use Pimsleur. I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't use it and didn't think it was pretty awesome. You can learn at your own pace. The audio lessons are about 30 minutes, and you have flashcards and timed uh, little speed rounds, whatever floats your boat as far as being able to get you to learn the language. You're doing it on your own pace. But the way that Pimsleur does it with these lessons that you can do at least once a day, they're great. You're bound to get results. And that's why you can go on our website, The Dinosaur and the Dude, scroll down to the bottom, whatever page you're on, scroll down to the bottom, look for the Pimsleur link, click on that, and get a week for free. Yes, an entire week of Pimsleur for free. You start using that, you're going to start learning the language. and you're probably going to get it confident enough to start speaking it within 30 days. So take it from me. I use it. I love it. I would be recommending it. Use our affiliate link on The Dinosaur and the Dude. Click on that link. Get a week for free of Pimsleur. Start learning the language you've been screwing around and not trying to learn the right way. Start learning it and get going speaking another language. All right, that was it. Do it. TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Click on the link. Get a week free. If you don't, you're absolutely nuts. Now back to the episode. But that's cool. I'm glad
Yeah,
you're having some time with everybody and things are working out really well. That's awesome.
it's good stuff. I'm gonna try to do
So
some gardening this weekend. We'll
you're
see.
gonna try and do some what?
Gardening.
Oh, okay,
I love to
okay.
garden. I love yard work. Fucking
I
A.
know you do. I
I
know
love
you
to pull
do.
weeds, and I'll probably spend a good 3 hours out there stoned out of my fucking head, just
Pulling
pulling
weeds.
weeds and thinking. It's
Wow.
awesome.
Thinking and weeding. That's awesome.
Do
So last episode, I'm just gonna jump in on this topic here.
it, raw dog it.
Last episode we were talking you had mentioned and I was like, "Oh, okay, I have to check it out." And I checked it
What you
out.
had said was,
Yeah, and I checked it out and we were
oh,
talking. Yeah, yeah. We were
yeah,
you were talking you were hipping me to this thing in search of.
right.
And I was like, "Okay,
It was
I need I need to
okay,
watch it. I need to watch it before the next episode." Yeah. And
but I didn't even know. I didn't even know what I
yeah, 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 yeah.
when we
No,
left out last time, I didn't even know what was going on.
no,
And
I
then,
knew
whew,
when I started looking at when I started looking at it, I was like, "Oh, okay, she stopped. This is where she was telling me she was." And I saw there was more after that. I was like, "Okay, okay.
yeah,
All right,
and then
so
I
cool."
watched those and my brain exploded.
Yeah, right.
And it's
Right.
still in the living room. I haven't
Right.
found it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went.
So, I don't know if we want to ruin it for anybody. I don't think we are, but we're just going to update
No.
it with everybody. I think that this is cool because as
Well, hold on just a second, please. Even if we do ruin like this is a huge spoiler, right? It's still a really good fucking thing to talk about.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
this,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
regardless of whether or not it's this, we're not saying you don't have to watch it now. What I'm saying is you fucking want to watch this shit.
Yeah, I think it yeah, okay.
Because I was
So,
like a crackhead. I mean, I was
yeah,
like,
you
once
were.
I
Yeah,
realized
I can
that
see
there were
where you
like
were.
12 more videos, I was committed.
You were just like, I don't even want to click. Just play all and
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
just chain feed them into my head. Thank you. I'll sit right here,
I'm a machine.
non-blinking, just give it to me. So
Oh my
I started
god.
watching it, and I guess people, if they've listened to previous episodes, or they're, yes, I have a more skeptical lens on
What?
sometimes.
Yes,
Sometimes.
you do.
Sometimes I'll go along with it, but after, sometimes I'm like, mm-mm, fuck that. Like in previous episodes, absolutely, everyone knows how I feel about Skinwalker Ranch. But
You are a cautious man, and I appreciate that. I respect it.
at
I
the
should be a
same
bit more
time,
cautious.
I am a fool for some fuckery. So you will get,
I'm a total fool for
yeah,
some yeah, that.
you will find me with my pants down on some issues. You're like, why the fuck do you do that? Like, I don't even know. I tried. At least I tried it.
I tried the other part, but then it just didn't work, so I
At
decided I
least I
was gonna try
tried
this
it.
instead.
I got my
Oh my
pants are
god.
down, you caught me, but hey, I'll do
Dick in the
better next
hand.
time. I'll do
Dick in
better
my
next time. Yeah, right.
hand. Just
So
here.
so I started
There it
watching
is.
it. I started watching it and I have to admit, immediately I was like, wait a minute.
Were you skeptical immediately?
And on the first fucking yeah, like
Oh
just
my
like
god, I
Skinwalker
was
Ranch.
all in. Are you kidding me?
First one I was just like, I think for me, the first episode was where I was sort of like, wait a minute. what's going on here was how he went out. And if you missed the last episode, it's about this guy that is researching um, the 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 stories of this event that took place during World War II, where they were preparing this asylum for uh, an
Soldiers.
emergency medical treatment for wounded soldiers and whatnot. And so they were like, "Hey, yeah, we want to help out in the war effort. We
Yeah,
definitely
but
do. But we
they
got
kinda had to,
a
like, open the gates up and just, like,
yeah,
let them fucking run
yeah,
around,
we
and then
got
they
a
clean
who
house.
what do we call it? We yeah, we got an attendance issue. But you know what? You know what? Something's coming to mind. We'll figure it. No, no, no. We'll have enough room. We'll
We
have
got it,
vacant
we
room.
got
Don't
it, we
worry.
got it, we got it. Don't
Don't
worry.
worry about it. Don't worry.
It's
What we're gonna
done.
do?
Consider it done.
What are we gonna do? Don't worry about it. No, don't ask those questions, details you don't want to know. We're just
We
gonna
are gonna
transfer.
need a budget for some for some containers, though, if you don't
So
mind.
apparently, and that's the thing where it's not necessarily LARPing. I forget what it's called, but in any case, it, there's
I
the
just
thing.
had a flashback to one of the episodes that we did.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, right,
so
exactly.
good, so
There's the
good.
thing where never heard from them again too, by the way.
That's okay.
Um, there's a
We're not their
thing,
cup of tea. They have standards.
right,
Yeah.
where this asylum then releases some of its patients in order to make room for soldiers and wounded
Not
soldiers
the
coming
crazy ones, just,
coming in for yeah. And so they didn't
sometimes they're a little
necessarily
goofy.
yeah, so that's another thing that didn't make sense to me. This asylum, it was more for medical issues. It wasn't for mental issues. It wasn't for
Well, they did a lot. They used asylums at one before the war. They used asylums a lot of times as experimental opportunities because the science was
right,
trying to be thrusted forward, right? So,
right, right.
but I
Y-
mean,
Yeah, we
I
don't know if this
understand
will work.
how they could start to round up crazy quote unquote people because they needed bodies in order to do these experiments too.
Yeah, yeah, because who's
And
going to talk?
this was an effect of that.
Yeah, well, so they let go people, particular people that had the condition where, and I forget the medical term, but they had a condition
Mhm.
where the brain was surrounded by a lot of fluid. And so I guess their mindset was they only live up to a certain age, so nobody will nobody
Right. It's
will
not that much of a loss.
yeah, nobody will
Almost.
miss them. And so they just let them out into the desert.
To fend for themselves. And they did give him supplies.
No, see, that's where the story switches.
You think?
Yeah. So
I don't know.
originally he was going about
In my
how they
head,
were
I think it would be really cool if it were real that there were people out there that
yeah,
they referred to back in the day as waterheads. How
which
fucking
is
rude.
yeah,
And
that's
I
just a
mean, come on. But
insane.
honestly, these people were probably so dumbed down that they had no idea. They were just like functioning. That's
Yeah,
all.
so I think that what they what the story is that they let them out and that they then just became these mountain people, so to speak, that just lived out in the mountain deserty area of that region of California, which
Love that.
they did that solely because they had no clue of where they were and no way of being able to get a map and figure out, okay, if I go this direction, maybe I'll find civilization. So they just left these people out there to honestly die.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
but as the tale was going, somehow, some way, the rumor got around to that they flourished, and so
As much as you could.
this guy is going out to find evidence of this and or find the people
Yeah, he's an
themselves.
anthropologist and this
Yes.
is his jam. He wants to discover a different culture, a subculture.
Yeah. So the thing that jumped out to me at first was just sort of like it it reminded me too much of that movie that we talked about a while back, um,
Mm.
where the people.
You're gonna have to stop this, rewind it, and
No,
then
well,
come back to
yeah. So it reminded me of that western that we watched a while back, where the people were living in the mountains, and they were all they weren't deformed. They had body modded themselves,
Oh,
and
right, right, right.
and they were they were cannibals, and uh, it was, yeah, Bone Tomahawk. That was the name of the movie, and so
Okay,
it
I
reminded me
remember
of
the
that.
name.
Yeah, and so it reminded me of that,
Oh,
especially
that's right,
this.
hold on just a second. That's the one where I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not watching that." Like,
Right, right.
no,
When I
I'm
described it
no.
to you, you were like, "I'm
Yeah.
full. I don't need to see it.
I'm good. I
I
went
don't.
bad.
Nah, I don't want to sample that platter at all. I'm super full. Thanks, though."
Pass on that one.
Yeah, you're doing a
The flag
great
is
job.
down.
Yeah, you're doing a great job describing it. So great. I don't need to see it.
Right.
You painted that picture well.
You healed me.
Yeah. So it was reminding me of that because he was out there and the scenery was very similar to that movie. And then the sounds were also very similar. And I was just like, if something made that sound, it was very close to this guy for him to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, no, motherfucker, that shit is right behind the camera to be that loud. You like it's not even the sound is not even traveling. It's there. You should just it's already there. It you have
You
no
just
time to
start
run.
praying. That is the only thing you should be
Yeah, just start taking your
doing.
clothes off because you're about to get it. So it's there. So right off the first episode, I'm like, okay. And so it was just a lot of different things, and my stayed with me, especially when later when he finds the shipping container. I'm like, wait, that shit's brand new, yo. That's
Yeah,
like
that's what I thought too, really.
it's
I was like, "That's kinda weird, whatever."
zero scratches on this son bitch.
And
It's
then
no rust. That latch is pristine. What?
right, it still got grease on it.
It's like,
Like
wait a minute, where? It's like this has been out there. They formed a shelter. No, that shit was dropped off. This is not a form. I was like literally looking for carved out caves or something in
Right,
rocks and all. It was like, wait, this is a shipping container. Where'd they get the candles from? Wait a
right.
minute, god
Why is
damn
this
it.
motherfucker rocking back and forth?
Yeah,
What the
and like
hell?
the first night one is right there. It's like walking around. It's like, wait a minute. I would be more tentative if I just all of a sudden had a person come up in my, okay.
But they might just be stumbling around in Dum Dum Land, we
I
don't
get,
know.
hold on, let me just digest that part. Stumbling around in Dum Dum Land. Wow, that's that's a nice way to put a bow on it. Yeah, I think yeah they might have been, and then they just happened to go, hey, whoa, that's a track camera. Well, let me collect all of them, and it was just it was just a it was just several little things that was make, and then as you go and as you proceed through it, it becomes more the my never ceased. It just it just lingered, and the storytelling was great. I mean, to a point, but I think when things started to wrap up and it gets to the moment where there's a reveal, that's when I was just like, okay, let's just muscle through it. I don't. Mm-mm. But you felt it was amazing right from start to finish?
So now you now you're making me question my decisions, and I am high right now, so I could go really analytical.
Please get analytical. But I love how you preface it with that. now you're making me question myself.
Right.
And because
I'm
I'm
like, okay,
high,
maybe I
I'm gonna
am
get
in
in
La
it.
La Land right now,
Hmm.
but that's okay. It's a safe place
No,
to
no,
be.
no. Yeah, you do it.
You know,
Good.
whatever. I mean, some people say there's a firmament. I don't fucking know.
Right, right. God damn it. You are so intent on putting that in every episode. Please do. So wait, so
We will address it one day. I'm just saying.
yeah,
We have to. We have to.
so you saw it and you were like, holy
I'm
fuck.
like, that could happen. I guess. I don't know. I've
But
never
at a
discovered a fucking population of a tribe before, you know?
right, but at a certain point, did it did it did it stay on the rails the entire time for you, but or at a certain point did it take a detour and start going
So
off a little?
whenever I was like, son of a bitch, was whenever that little demon thing was,
The revealed thing, right? Where it's like
yeah.
that's where
I'm like hopping around and stuff.
like even when there was the apology thing, it was like, hey, um, so I was wrong and I found out what it really was going on. And then went off on this
Right.
whole Mormon thing. I was like, okay, that that's
That his
interesting as
legs.
well. That's interesting as well because I think that that was part of the appeal of it is that they the stories weren't so outlandish that they couldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like religious communities going off to find a place to establish their commune and get closer to their deity and all that kind of stuff. And these were more orthodox than the others, so they split and they went off. And this was more, and the way it was being told with the 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 body breaking down and some people being healed and some people not. That was interesting as well, and it kind of tied all the things together in regards to what he was experiencing and seeing and filming. It just seemed like it was moving along too orchestrated.
Okay. So yes, there was a point, but I think that that's the beauty of this project
Hmm.
is that the purpose was to take you there and then to back off.
Yeah, like I think
And
it's I think some of the stuff that was done, like the whole out of the blue trip to Costa Rica, I was like, okay,
I was totally jealous. I was like, "Bitch, I love
yeah,
Costa Rica."
yeah, there was some serendipity there. It's like we just talked about Costa Rica. God damn it, this is
Speaking of, we're considering that as a place that we go.
yeah, go, right, right.
Mhm.
I mean, especially if they have,
I mean, it doesn't suck, right, in
yeah,
Costa Rica. I mean
like y'all saying it begrudgingly.
just be cool, you know?
Y'all saying it begrudgingly. Oh, this might be the place we go. I don't know.
I have to, I guess.
It's like, Costa,
You know what this
ugh,
mi Okay, listen.
ugh,
I
Costa
understand
Rica.
listen to me real quick. I understand that there's a border crosses. I live in Texas. I'm not in it. I don't know what to do about it. I can't even process that.
I understand
But
there's
what
a
I'm
border
saying, listen,
crisis.
hold on. Yes, if so many people are trying to come to America right now,
Uh-huh.
why am I trying so hard to get out?
Tell it.
Like I could just walk. Oh, just whoop. Excuse me. Oh
Yeah.
nope. Oh my bad. Excuse me. You know
Yep.
they'll be like, "Oh,
Yep.
want some water?" I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love some water. Thank you. I'm just going this way.
Yeah.
I'm about to see.
That's what it sounds like. Whoop. Yeah, that's a hold that thought because that's an interesting one to talk about. We can hit that up after this interesting thing. So yeah, dude goes to Costa Rica. You go there, and it's like the story that the way that story unfolds is like, oh, the guy that you were going to go see now he doesn't want to talk to you. It's like, maybe.
Seems a little sus.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that, but then the way that it was done, it kind of made sense. Like, hey, this was just a ploy to get you away, so that when you get back, ta-da, what the hell is
And the
the
circus
shelter?
came to town.
Huh?
I said the circus came to town.
Yeah, yeah. And then the circus left. And like, wait, it was sort of like
And he's like, "The shelter is gone." Dude, that's a shipping container. Stop it. It's not a shelter. It's like
Right.
that is a thing that's put on ships in the back of trucks. Uh, so, but even then, it was like, mm, there is no. Did you go to the right spot? Because there's no tracks. There's no dirt. There's no. This is all smooth. And then what's the point of burying a tablet? What's the point? What's the point of burying an iPad? Yeah, just just put it next to that little steak, yo. I mean, I guess what you didn't want rain to touch it or something, but come on, you put it in the box and it's done. It was just very, very interesting how it all played out. Like you said, though, in no way are we saying, "Hey, y'all, don't listen to or don't look at it. It's it's
Oh,
it's
no, you totally
garbage.
should.
It's
It's fantastic.
garbage." Yeah, I guess.
It's a journey no matter what you're looking for. If
Yeah,
you're looking for just a romantic story, a mythical or a like a whimsical story,
right.
yes. I mean, I don't personally take what it is as being true,
Yeah,
you know. I
yeah,
think that there are some parts that might seem like they could be, but
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I'm not delusional.
No,
So
absolutely. Approach it with some sort of suspense of belief. Just like uh, just I honest,
just
honestly,
breathe through it. You'll be
yeah, honestly,
fine.
I do tip my hat to it, whether it's true or not. I tip my hat to it because if it's not true, okay, I look at it this way. If it's not true and it's just spun together storytelling, bravo. You did enough re-
Correct.
you did enough research to weave together a great story and then do a um, hard right in your story. Like you had the whole asylum angle and then decided, boom, now we're going to go
I'm
on
gonna
this whole
switch it up.
religious now you're going to go on this whole religious thing, and the way that transitioned, it
It was a
still
masterful
it,
piece.
it
It
still
really was.
makes it still made sense in how it's like, oh man, I completely was totally think wrong. I was wrong with this.
I would
What
love
it
to talk
turns
to that
out,
guy.
huh?
I would love to talk to him.
Yeah, I do want to see about getting him on, and I don't know how successful we could be with that,
Well,
but
whoever, maybe he'll have gotten fucking laid and he'll be like, "Yeah, that's great. I love it. Let's do
yeah,
it."
right.
I'll be like,
Maybe he got laid.
"Great, let's go go
Yeah,
in."
maybe he got laid with the chick that hates him, or the blood chick that
When she
had some.
came back, I knew that it was gonna be an issue.
Oh, for sure. Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
So
spoiler
yeah,
alert.
if it's what alert?
I said spoiler alert.
Yeah, right. I mean, if it's fake, great. That was some good storytelling.
Good for you.
If it's
Yeah,
if it's I even have a hard time saying it, but if it is real,
real.
yeah, if it is real, um, you're gonna need more people.
Yeah,
Well,
you're gonna need a lot more people, right.
you're
Yeah.
gonna need more people that's going to be able to validate what you're saying and not. It's sort of like how they do with Skinwalker Ranch. If it's one person out there, I'm telling you, UFOs are coming out. That's one person saying, I'm telling you, UFOs are coming out. But if you have multiple people, that's multiple sources, multiple eyes and perspectives. Albeit, could they all be in on it and telling the story, the fake story, to make it even?
I
Sure,
don't
but
think that they are. I think that they're being truthful and
well,
honest.
I'm just saying as an example,
Okay.
you could have more people and they're in on it too, or you can have more people and it's just
Maybe
like
this is the distraction that the government's trying to give us. Oh my
right.
god, it's
But
genius.
I think that's what he was trying to do when he was bringing the other professor in, and he had the people doing the blood testing, and they were calling him and stuff like that. It just at the end of it all, it was like it was trying to be its own little Blair Witch to me.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I appreciate that.
yeah. Oh no, I very
For
much
what it is, I appreciate
yes.
the
I
theatrics of
appreciated
it. I do.
I appreciated Blair Witch immensely. I to this day I'm like this movie was amazing for the fact of what it did and how it went about doing it, regardless of how people feel about the content, the way it was
Right.
later evolved into. But yeah, I we recommend people look at it. We'll put links in the description of this episode,
Yeah.
so you can check it out and you be the judge. Um, so
We should
did
take
you?
a poll.
Yeah, let's just take a poll.
We should take a poll to see who believes it, who doesn't.
Yeah, we, we will put
I
a
mean, I'm
poll.
curious. I just want to talk to the people that think that it's real.
Okay.
Really.
Uh, so the other thing, let's talk about.
Hey guys, it's the dinosaur. I wanted to share with you a collaboration that we have with Headspace. It's a service that we can all use. I am confident in saying that 100%. Things are so stressful in today's world with home stress, work stress, just general life stress. It's exhausting, and we need as much help as we can get. Headspace has our back with tools to help us. It helps me fall asleep. It helps my wife with meditation. We can find exercises to help us relax in through meditation, or they even have some that are physical exercises that you can do. They have inspiring stories, which are awesome because everybody could use an uplift, and they also help us focus. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, and click on links and sponsors. From there, you can unlock everything that the app has to offer for 7 days. That's for free. You get it for free for 7 days. Show yourself some love and treat your head right with Headspace.
Wait, before we talk about the other thing that we're going to talk about, did you see the video or not that I sent you the link on?
So the Japanese
Yeah,
video,
if you didn't, that's fine.
okay, it's I can't I couldn't turn it down and I needed to turn it down because it was giving me sensory overload.
Oh yeah, okay,
So
yeah.
um
It's
yeah,
not.
I just operate slower than that video was going.
Yeah, you could. We could talk about it later. We could talk about it
Okay.
later. We're not talking about it now. I was just
Okay,
making
cool.
sure you got it. So as we were talking about a little bit later off, I mean a little bit earlier off podcast, when we, we know that we are recording.
Clandestine conversations.
Yeah, we know that we talk about things like right now. Our latest episode is already out. Our episodes typically drop on Wednesdays. And here's some behind the scenes magic of the dinosaur and the dude. Our episodes usually drop on Wednesdays, and we typically record new episodes on Thursday, but you guys won't
Yes.
hear this episode until the next Wednesday.
Right, but
So
see now, hey, welcome, welcome right now. Right now you're with
yes,
us.
so
Okay.
so yesterday, last week's recording dropped, and so today you won't hear this until.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So some of the things that we talk about are of things that have already come and gone,
Happened.
basically.
Yeah,
But
we told
we
you we're not experts on anything,
right.
and the only shit that we know is because it's been indented into our brains over the past week.
But yeah. So but the dinosaur brought up a great little topic that kind of weaves back into a different thing that we talked about. So recently, people lost their their um their service, their phone
Oh, right,
service,
right.
their wireless, and their
It was
cell
a week
service.
ago. It was a week ago today.
Yeah, it'll be a week ago today, but technically for
I don't
us
mean to
right
say I'm a
now,
soothsayer or anything
it's
like that,
yesterday.
but I have a feeling I know how this one plays out.
So people have been experiencing it for the past 2 days, yesterday and today, in regards to it being Wednesday and Thursday. The f- Now this is something that's happened before. People have lost cellular service. There's even certain places you drive through and you will not have cellular service, and that totally depends on where you are in the position of the the towers that are around you, and how well that reception is. And if there's nothing
Right.
around you, then you are just in a dead spot. And welcome to the wild, wild west,
Hope
basically.
you have I hope you have a walkie-talkie
Right, right.
or a
So,
ham radio.
and then you reconnect to the network when you get around towers again. The thing that happened though recently is people that were in very well populated areas just lost service. So, like I said, this has happened before, but what makes this recent one a little bit extra on the side of extra is because it happened after a certain movie that was released,
Mhm.
and that thing, that loss of service played a role in the things that evolved and how things ramped up in that movie.
Right.
So the dinosaur was like, "Oh, I wonder how many people have been
Yeah,
going."
I was gonna say I wanna check the crime statistics. I wanna see if, like, that movie psychologically affected people.
I think,
And I don't think that it psychologically affected people in personally, I don't think that it was done in a negative way. I don't think that there was negative intent behind it.
behind the
But
movie,
yes, but it did affect a lot of people. It solidified beliefs that people have,
yeah,
and it woke some people up,
yeah,
and God help the rest.
uh, yeah. I feel like the movie, in the movie that we're talking about is Leave the World Behind. I think that when the movie came out, it was so many different things happening, from the producers to the guy that directed and wrote it, Sam Ismail, which I've already said how much amazingness that
Yeah,
he is to me.
dude, respect. You know
Uh,
what I mean?
yeah,
Fucking hell.
the funny and then so people were making concrete connections because of Mr. Robot and what he did with Mr. Robot, and people were like, "Dude, remember Mr. Robot?" Well, then,
That's why I wrote that down. I thought I
yeah,
was just being fucking weird. I found a
no,
note for myself,
they said
and
Mr.
it just
What?
said Mr. Robot. I
Yeah,
was like, "What the fuck is that?"
so he did Mr. Robot, and that whole series was just like some of the best writing and acting I've I've seen. Okay, I've seen, like, I've just recently been rewatching Breaking Bad. It's which is another series of great writing and everything.
Yeah.
Mr. Robot, phenomenal. But what Sam Ismail was doing in Mr. Robot shook a lot of people. A lot of people.
Really? Why? Because it was so psychological?
Well, I'm about to tell you why.
Oh,
Because
okay.
when Leave the World Behind came out, they straight up asked him, and he said, "Yeah, it exists in the same universe as Mr. Robot." As a matter of fact, when you watch Leave the World Behind, it has links in the movie directly to Mr. Robot.
Oh, I'm sure that's like a connected web of
Yeah.
goodness right
So
there, you
like
know?
so like the book that she's reading in the movie, it's written by one of the characters in Mr. Robot. Um, so
What? This
yeah.
is awesome.
Oh, it's a
It's a
whole
theatrical orgasm,
it's a
actually.
whole nother way of looking at the movie when you realize, okay, the guy that wrote Mr. Robot is doing it. Oh shit. So what was done? This is basically picking up after Mr. Robot,
Mhm.
but it's given in a way that if you haven't seen Mr. Robot, it still fucks you in a different way. You're still fucked. You're just
Right.
fucked in a different way. You're just
It's
fucked in
so
a different way.
true.
So Mr. Robot touched on a lot of things of where shutting down the system, anarchy, causing riots. There was riots in Mr. Robot and taking over the system and a whole rewiping of civilization. It was like Mr. Robot was basically Mr. Robot was basically a more sophisticated, detailed uh, variant of Fight Club in the sense of the big plan in Fight Club.
That's
So
another one.
yeah, that's another one, albeit great into itself. But there's some there when you look at Fight Club and then you look at Mr. Robot, you're like, okay, these guys could be best friends. But and that's a scary
That's
thing to
awesome.
think. Like they could have won if these two dudes linked up, they could have easily won. But Mr. Robot, thing. But when you look at Leave World Behind, it's like, okay, shit's going down. Whoa, oh shit is really going the fuck down. And I think a lot of people got shook by that because they're like, man, I don't want to get caught like that.
Right.
I knew it. I knew it. And then when Sam is talking about how he had Obama look at the what he wrote, as I like, okay, this is what I'm thinking of how things are gonna play out. Is this crazy? Is like this is over the top, isn't it? And he's like, no, this is pretty close to
Pretty par on course.
this. I mean, you got a little tweak right here that's kind of crazy, but the rest of
He
it,
was
nah.
standing different, I guess, but
Yeah, the rest of
I don't
it,
know if that
nah.
matters a whole lot.
I mean, you kind of go a little loopy with the deer, but the rest of it, nah, it's good. It's
A
exactly.
little bit, yeah, it got a little goofy, but at that point, I think I needed it.
I mean, you kind of threw me with the flamingos, but other than that,
I
no, you're on
thoroughly
course.
enjoyed the
You're
flamingos,
on
actually.
course.
At that point, I knew it was a complete shit show.
Well, I
So,
mean, but then when people heard, so wait a minute, the the dude that still gets updates on world government and world happenings said, yeah, this is pretty much how it's going to happen, and then that put everybody on notice,
right,
and so now when the wireless service goes out in
right, right.
huge chunks of the country, people are like, oh shit, it's happening, it's happening. Just leave the world behind in the purge all wrapped in one. Hold on.
Right. You need to make sure you have your hearing protection,
Yes.
and you need to make sure you have water.
Stay
Okay,
here. Yeah.
that's the two most. That's what you need to have with you at all times.
Yeah. And then have a deep, deep directional understanding of how to get to the person's house that has a bunker, because apparently they're not going to be there and that shit's going to be wide up and go on in there. I think the the funny bit that you were mentioning to me, which I didn't think about until you mentioned it, I was like,
You're like,
yeah,
I didn't know it was funny, but I had to listen to you guys twice
it
to
was like,
figure it out.
yeah, that's hilarious. Was when you were mentioning how, like, yeah, service went out for a lot of people, and I was like, yeah, but I mean, so they were probably panicking and just, just a fucking frog's nut hair away from riding all over the place. Meanwhile, meanwhile, the people that had service, no clue. They're still going about things as usual. Other people are
So
running
half the
around with
population is living life, and the other half is just
right.
tweaking out.
Right. It
Poor
was
things.
literally
I'm sure it
example of
was traumatizing for them.
yeah. It's like literally living in two different realities. Some people are running
Right.
around with their hair on
You
fire. Other
either
people,
have your comms or you don't have your comms.
yeah, yeah. Everyone is like, some people are just like sharpening sticks because they just know it's going down. I don't have it. I need to get the bow and the spears ready. Meanwhile, these other group of people completely oblivious, and they're online just like, "Hey guys, you got the group ready? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the raid right now. Ready? Okay, cool. All right, let me get some to drink. All right, great. Ready? Okay, who's on point? All right." They're just playing games and doing their regular shit. They have no clue, and they're getting these updates. Oh, cell service down. Not
Yeah,
me.
I know he's being late to this meeting on purpose.
Yeah, other people getting fired. Like, fuck Brad. I told him, don't be late. I told him don't be late. You fucked me too many times, Brad. Meanwhile, Brad's like, I was
Damn
trying. I was trying to make it to this
it.
meeting.
Yeah, buddy, it was you. It was because of you.
I can't I can't call him, I can't text him, I can't email him. Oh, and yeah, how weird is that?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's an interesting mindset to think about, that you just got like people that no, they're they're just experiencing life in
It's like a
two completely different ways.
different worlds. Yeah.
Like
Do
one
you
is
think
looking in the
that was the
sky for,
first
huh?
do you think that was the first time that's ever happened?
Service going out?
Yeah, like that on that magnitude.
Yeah, no, it's
Because there
happened
will
before.
come a point where it will be, like, nationwide, literally, legit, everybody down.
It's happened before, but I'm saying like when it happened the first time or two or three or however many times, like if
Times it's
it's
happened,
happened,
right.
like literally, if it's happening at 3 or 4 in the morning, who the fuck gives a shit? Nobody's up. Nobody's really you know what I'm
Right.
saying? No, no
Except for
one's.
Stan, and
No,
Stan has a problem.
yeah, no one's really witnessing that, and you got 2 or 3 people calling, "Hey man, I don't have service," and as opposed to 8 to 12 noon. Yeah, if you've got no service, now there's more people bearing witness to that. But I know service blackouts have happened before. I think the difference though is coming off of a movie like this that has real that is showing the real consequences of these things that goes out and how humanity reacts and the results of which I think people looked at that movie as a message, like, hey, they're trying to tell us in a very blatant but it's just entertainment kind of way of what we need to be ready for and prepared for, because shit's about to go down and we're about to eat our own. But they didn't want to say that, so they just went the route of making a movie to tell us. So let's go get water and fertilizer and all be Kevin Bacon's, because we don't want to be running around with flamingos and deers chasing us. I guess that's it. I guess that's the difference. Because I remember other blackouts.
You
And
do? I
yeah,
don't.
I remember other cellular, like it's just like, oh, okay, cell service kind of is spotty or so, oh, okay, great.
Okay, fair, fair,
And
fair.
then people were like, hey, this is bullshit. I want a reduction off my bill. And it was like people doing
And they're
regular,
like, "Ah, we were just playing with you, we're just pulling your leg,
right.
calm
No,
down."
no, like people would just like, this service is shitty, and they would switch services. They were like, oh, fuck this. I'm going over to this company instead. I did that. I'm tired of this service being out. I'm going to switch over. And they would have those commercials where they would show the map and see how big our service coverage is and see how this coverage sucks. And it's okay, great. But you didn't have a movie like this out to where it's showing and someone saying, yeah, that's pretty much what we'll do if we really want to. If we really want to shake the snow globe, so to speak, this is how we'll do it. That's the difference. And that's where people are looking at it like, oh man. Now people are like, was that a test just to see how people are going to react? Like everything is suspect. Everything is like, okay, the movie was trying to tell us something. Now, oh, we had the outages just like in the movie. Okay, was this just
Yeah.
was this a fire drill to see how we would react? Maybe so. You're right. Okay, cool. We're on top of it. I hope we made a good showing. Like, yeah, okay, god damn it. Because I honestly wasn't, I was not giving a fuck. I really was not.
About the end of the world?
About, yeah, that didn't even pop in my head. Like the correlation with Leave the World Behind didn't even pop in my head. I was getting, okay, because I didn't lose service, okay?
Oh, right,
And,
right, right.
and I was just getting updates, news of breaking, this just in, breaking news. And
Right.
I'm getting this update. It's like, massive amount of people lost service. And it's like, that sucks. Well, I guess they'll fucking figure that out. And I kept it,
Okay. Oh my god.
and
Oh my god.
and now I eat my sandwich. I was not really.
I mean, but at some point you got to wonder, like, are they as a collective just trying to throw us a bone, and they're just trying to give us a little information, right?
Yeah. So that's, I mean, that's
I
what
mean, there's that.
that's the thing that uh that's the thing that people are trying to figure out. Like, okay, was this sort of like hey y'all,
Omen.
yeah,
This is a modern day omen.
like hey y'all, be ready. Hey, like, is someone flickering the lights at the bar? Is it time to go? Is it really time to go? Okay. All right, cool. But I think it's a thing where people are they I don't know. I really think there's a point of where you're reading the tea leaves, and then there's a point of when you're just putting connections in everything just because you don't want to be the one that's you know you don't want to be the one that's left out. You don't want to be the one that's, oh yeah, did you know what's happening? No, I missed it. You don't want to be that person. You're like, yeah, man, I knew. Like when the service went out, I was like, this is it. And that's when I started doubling down and getting all the honey and the peanut butter I can, because it's like, fuck, what? No, I don't. I really, like, if shit were to go down like that, like I just said, I think it would be like at three.
I guess I'll go have a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, I think it would be at 3 and 4 in the morning. 3, 4 in the morning.
That's fair.
Very few people are awake. They and so who you like who is going to be sounding the alarm at 4 in the morning? Very few people are awake. They're going to be trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. They're trying to coordinate on their own, and then the rest of the population is asleep. And when they wake up, they're like, "Hey, my shit's not working. Did I charge my phone? Yes, I charged it. It's 100. God damn it! All right, let me go drop this shit real quick, and I'll be back." It's still not working. It's still not
Grab a
working.
snack.
It's still not working. They'll go to somebody else. Hey, is your phone working? Oh, yours is not working. God damn it. What service? Who's your provider? Oh, okay, 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 okay. Mine's T-Mobile. Yours AT&T. Okay.
Sorry
Shit.
about you.
So both of them are
That's
fucked.
tough.
Huh. You got an
No,
iPhone?
I have a T-Mobile.
You got an iPhone? Oh, I got Samsung. Okay, man, it's not. Okay, I wonder what the fuck's going on. Meanwhile, that's hours that have gone by. So whatever prep you haven't done, you're fucked. You are you are
That's fair.
on you're on team fucked. You you don't
Fair enough.
you don't have anything prepared. And at that moment, it's too late. I mean, I think that's how shit goes down, period. Like if you're trying to catch someone off guard, you do just that. You catch them off guard. You don't wait till they're all, hey, you guys ready? Okay, we'll hold off until y'all get ready. Let us know when you get everything ready. Because
Did you think about this?
we're gonna
What about this?
yeah, we're gonna shut the power off. Y'all got your generators all. Okay, well, go ahead and get your generators fueled up and everything. Okay, just, you know what? Just let us know. We'll give you a week. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, no, no,
We'll
no.
just check back in a week just to see how you're doing.
No, we're gonna invade. We're gonna cut we're gonna cut everything off. We just don't want y'all to be
Courtesy,
we don't want y'all to be put out.
paperwork.
Yeah, it's a lot of paperwork. You gotta sign the
You got,
invasion
yeah.
waiver, and then
Here's an indemnity or something. I don't know.
and then all the old folks' homes, you gotta give them a 3 week notice. So we did that. We did that, and so now we're giving the general
Y'all just gonna
populace,
hunker down, or y'all gonna make a run?
because the
I need to
elderly
know where you going.
all the elderly in nursing homes, they got to order more oxygen. So we got to let them know 3 weeks in advance so they can get their oxygen supply in. So when we cut the power
Listen,
off,
when
they
this
can
shit
just
hits
do
the
that.
fan, bro, dude, when this shit hits the fan, you just need to grab your go bag and you need to go.
But
Okay,
that's the
that's your
thing.
cause to escape. Just go and call it, like, stop by your brothers or whoever and be like, "Yo, I'm not there. I'm not coming back. I won't be there."
Yeah, yeah. And for those of you that don't know, the dinosaur is a prepper, and I'm a bullshitter. I have not prepped at
And
all.
you have two liabilities with you.
I and it sounds like an asshole thing to do. and say, I'd literally saying, said numerous times, I'm a dick, I'm not an asshole. Um, but I think everyone's in full awareness that um, I will make sure my two are cared for, but in no means am I being uh, the standard bearer in keeping them together while shit's going down. There's a level of preservation that takes place, and there's an understanding in regards to that preservation. And it sounds like an asshole thing to say, but
I don't think
when
so.
when
I
you're
really
in
don't.
when you're in that situation, your whole perspective changes in regards to what matters, what and if you're not in that mindset now, that learning curve is going to be a hard motherfucker to swallow in that
Right.
moment. When things are really going super duper fastly straight down, you
Yes.
you got to make some you got to make some choices. And yo, um that's how it is. That's literally how it is. And I have no weight on anyone else for that not to be the same decision they have to make for me. Preservation is preservation. It's not.
Correct.
It's not beautiful. It's not a pretty. We all make it together. That's bullshit.
Right. You
That
like, I've been trying to make it together for
yeah.
all this time.
I mean
That's what I've been trying to do. And
that's
now I got to go.
yo. That is bullshit. I you have to like. I think that a lot of people are now in that mindset though, as things have ramped up in different ways. For the past few years, whether it's the whole pandemic or whether it's the whole shitty situations in regards to weather, uh, people have started seeing like, okay, if I have to go without for 2 weeks, um, one of us is gonna have to go out and forage, and so
You know what we can eat in the backyard? Fuck.
and it is
Well,
yeah. So
start making traps. I mean, maybe
yeah,
an animal will come and get caught in a trap.
exactly. So if
And
you're
then you're
already
eating your own death, honestly.
right. So exactly, if you're already in that mindset of like, okay, I got my garden, I'm growing shit, I can put some traps out. If you're already in that mindset and you're already in the mindset where you're like, we're gonna eat some fucking squirrel, we're gonna eat a possum, we're gonna eat a rat, then okay, you're ready for
Like,
whatever.
listen, Mrs. Curtis across the street does not look well.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're like
Just
you're in that
take one
mind.
for the team.
Yeah, you're in the mindset of where you're gonna last a little bit longer. Um, because you're like, I gotta go out and forage, and I don't know what's gonna happen to me, and I don't know how long that's gonna be. But going to the grocery store is getting kind of sketchy, and if I have to, be a little bit, if that means I'm out 8 hours, then the rest are gonna hunker down for that amount of time and just be glad to see me when you see me because shit is different, and I think. I mean, like I said, it was super funny when you brought it up because it was absolutely on point and true. I think a lot of people when their cell service went out, they started thinking, "Oh shit." I think those people that aren't in that mindset, I think those people that aren't in that mindset were the ones that were saying, "Oh shit."
Right.
I think the people that are already
They
in
were
that
either saying like, "Oh shit," or they were like, "Oh well."
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think the people that are already in that mindset are just like, "All right, well,
Let's go. Right? Let's go.
let's go ahead and
I'm about to hunker down,
get
y'all.
everything set up, get the candles, get the
Stay
bear
away.
tray. There's no
That's
bears
all I
around.
gotta tell you is stay away.
Yeah, there's no bears around here. Guess what? Bear spray burns just as bad on humans too. So, and it's got reach. Uh, so yeah,
My wife is great with a weapon, so
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, so definitely one of those things where I think that if people aren't in the mindset, they should, this outage should put them in the mindset. And in no way are we trying to be, issue some paranoia or anything like that. If you listen to past episodes, we are very much hand in hand, always skipping down the trail of conspiracy and
It
weird
is a
shit.
strict procedural system with rabbit hole management.
Yeah, it's very much so. Um, so I guess to tie this episode into a bow, uh, do we
Go ahead.
do we want to touch on? Do we want to? I mean, we just talked about conspiracy and rabbit hole stuff. Did, did, do we want to talk a little bit about the mud purification? I mean, petrification thing.
Um, yeah, I'm down.
I mean,
I mean,
we could do it next episode. You know,
is it what time do you flip the script?
huh? What time do I flip the script? Oh no, not no. Wait, no, we're good. We're good.
Okay, because
No,
okay,
so real quick, and yeah,
I may have to rainbow or pineapple or
pineapple.
something.
You need a pineapple
I don't,
now, or
and I don't think so. I think I'm
okay.
good. I appreciate your love for my bladder health.
Mm,
Okay,
I don't.
thank
Hold
you.
on,
It is
hold on.
not where it used to be.
Like I can just visualize you like getting some grass and throwing it up in the air. No, I don't need to. It's still the wind isn't blowing hard enough for me to pineapple right now.
Oh,
Psst. Hey, hey, yo, hey, over here. It's me, the dude. Check it out. Um, this season we're going to be doing something amazing. And by we, I mean Dinosaur doesn't even know this. That's how secret this is. All right. We're going to be doing a contest and we're going to be awarding people discounts to our merchandise throughout the season. At certain points in various episodes, maybe even some episodes from season one, but definitely season two episodes, we'll be using and having secret words that we are letting people know in the episode. Now, at certain points on our website, we will be having a question that only can be answered by the secret word. If you can find that secret word, the first person to get back to us with that secret word that's the answer to the question, you'll get a discount, a special discount to our merchandise, and maybe even access to some select products that we don't even offer everybody else. So stay attentive during every episode. Try and jot down what you think is going to be the secret word. And then, as we post the questions, be the first one to give us the correct answer, and we'll be sure to make sure you get that discount you want. Now, we'll be doing it several times throughout the season, and that's going to be 52 weeks. So it's a whole year, right? But throughout that year, maybe quarterly, haven't really thought it through, but maybe quarterly, we'll have, okay, the contest is up for this quarter, the contest is over, and then at the end of the year, we'll have a, grand prize kind of thing. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's even you're coming on the show and being interviewed by us. Who knows? In any case, look forward to it. Stay listening to episodes. Jot down what you might think is a secret word. And when we get down to this question, maybe you have the answer. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have to listen to different episodes to figure it out. Who knows? Anyway, it's going to be super fun. Feel free to hit us up with whatever answer you think it might be, right or wrong. And yeah, thanks. Thanks as always for listening to The Dinosaur and the Dude. Remember to always stay on top of the website, thedinosaurandthedude.com, for all the latest about what we have going on, social media, episodes, and merchandise. Don't forget our sponsors and affiliates. Click on them too, because they're good people. All right. Check y'all later. Bye. Okay, so real quick, um, So there's this thing I've been seeing, and it kind of goes into the whole conspiracy theory and history not being history, and we've been lied to, and younger Dryas, and civilizations are,
Did you watch
being
Caesar?
no,
Or I'm sorry, Alexander the Great?
no.
Okay, never mind.
So there's this thing
Continue.
that's cropping up. I don't know. It's called mud petrification, which I don't know if that is even the technically
I mean,
correct.
I could see where they're going with it. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
But
I don't know if that's the technically correct term because just looking up and looking at okay, mud petrifies how and it'll tell you that it takes a considerable amount of time for mud to petrify. But there's this running assumption or theory that there are things that are petrified by way of the encasing in mud. Now, I get it. I've done the research as well, looked into things, and I see that it takes millions and even tens of millions of years of sand and mud to turn to rock. I get that. Uh, but it seems to be something that happens with living organisms that there's a thing that's kind of bandied about called mud petrification. Where it starts to go into the vein of which the dinosaur and I really find more interesting is that there are these formations that seems to be made up of large creatures, like really, really large creatures. There's this cave somewhere that people are walking through and like, oh, this is such a, and then when you step back and you start looking at it and you realize it's like that's a really large snake or some sort of reptile. What the fuck? And then people like, yo, yeah, that's like a real snake. It was just it's been trapped in petrified in the mud, and then it became stone, which then means there was some really big fucking creatures around. It's like, oh, okay. And then you see another creature that's done the same way. And there's like a elephant, and then there's a possible
hang on
alligator.
just a second.
Yeah,
Hold on. Hang on just a second. Laura's giving me shit. Hold on. What, babe? Are you serious? Renee's dog was humping the bed.
it
God, we're
happens.
gonna have to clean those sheets. Good lord. Okay. It got crazy in there for a minute. I'm sorry.
The dog got the dog got, it's like, okay, y'all are talking. I'm just gonna go fuck this bed.
I bet you've said that before, huh?
Autumn sheets smelling good. Sheets smelling
Dug a
good.
hole in there.
Let me just fuck this mattress. Um, so I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like if you have a really big creature, it is hard for people to say, "Hey, don't look over there. This is a really big snake," or to say or to say the opposite, where you're like, "Hey, yeah, nah, that's just a natural formation," and you're like, but it looks like a snake. Yeah, no, it's not really, but it does. Okay, maybe if you squint hard enough. It's kind of a thing where you start to see a bunch of these around, and then but people are like, yeah, no, people were just carving those. It's not real. It's just people that are carving those. I I think that's where it goes into the whole land of conspiracy things, like we've talked about before, where you have evidence of this, that, or the other, and then you get people that have a story that refutes it or ties in a bow. This very, very nice. No, no, no. This is what was happening. It was people that just, decided, hey, instead of masturbating tonight, why don't we just start carving in a rock and make it look like a really big snake? Cool, let's do it. Mm, and a snake head. I mean, are you really looking at a snake that looks really real? And then what?
Is there one in particular?
Um, I forget.
Because there's one that's famous.
Yeah, yeah. It's one.
It has like angles and math and shit in it.
Yeah. So it's one in Thailand, and it looks like it's. I mean, it's got the head of a snake, and someone's like, yeah, giant snake, petrified in Thailand. Um, and people are asking, is it an actual rock? Is it an actual fossil? And I guess that's where people also start throwing it around, like, okay, fossil, what's the definition of fossil? Because you get people that are looking at bones and they're saying that's a fossil. And then you get people looking at bodies, uh, like in Pompeii and whatnot, people that are encased in ash,
Oh,
and
right.
and and
It's
that's
fascinating to
that's
me.
that's petrification. They're petrified. They're sealed and they're preserved in ash. So like,
I wonder what that does to them as it's happening.
yeah, I have
Do you
no
think it's
idea.
instant always?
I mean, instant how? You know what I'm saying? It's like people will say instant, but they've never experienced it. So, okay, yeah, sure. Like you've been in, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't feel a thing. He didn't feel a thing. Did he not feel a thing? Because you're fine. You didn't get burnt up or you didn't get instantly frozen. Like you didn't fall down a crevasse in the Arctic Circle. He froze.
Mm.
He froze instantly. She didn't feel a thing. She froze instantly. How? Are you sure? Because that shit right there, that pose right there, looks super fucking painful. And it's like, oh, they were encased in lava. They didn't feel a thing. I don't. I I, I think they felt. I think they did. I think it was very painful. They don't have serene looks on their faces. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? Like nobody's
it's
chilling.
true.
Like no one's chilling eating an apple in that pose. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's just like sitting there eating an apple, and they're like, yeah, we found this well petrified person. They're eating an apple, and the apple is even preserved, and it was just all case in ash, like instantaneously. They didn't feel a thing. Look at him; he's
If
smiling.
they opened it up though, it wouldn't still be there.
I mean, I don't even. You know what? Again, please refer to the disclaimer because I don't know the. I don't know the. I don't know the fucking science at
Hey,
all.
that's my line.
I'm like, oh, I don't know. Open it up, see if it just falls apart. If it falls apart, oops, now we know better. But it, like, I don't know. And so then you get to this thing where you got these huge reptile shapes in this stone, and it's like everyone's like, "Oh, it's a petrified, it's a fossil." It's like that looks like skin, yo. I don't know if that's all petrified. I think that's more petrified. I don't think it's more fossil, but pish posh, potato. I don't care what you call it. I don't care what you call it. Let's just refocus on the fact that if this is real, that's a big ass snake, yo. I don't know if you
Right.
I, you know, what, well, I don't know what, if it was this process or that process. Let's back away for a little bit and just look at the fact that's a big ass snake. What, where are we with that? Where, and then there's an elephant, there's another sphinx. I forget where the other sphinx is, or they just found it. It was like, hey, yeah, this is another sphinx. Like, great, this is another fucking sphinx. There's some more.
Awesome. Battle of the Sphinxes
There's
now.
some more shit found in the Grand Canyon. Great. So Egyptian artifacts in the Grand Canyon. Awesome. So what else? What else do we have in the world where our shit is all wrong? Like you're just like looking at stuff. It's like, okay, cool. So I went to school to learn. What the fuck did I go? What? Math is different. Um, history is different. Uh, Geography is different. Huh. What? Hmm. Uh, okay, the books have changed again because whatever cabal that rules the world is now wanting history to be written into. Okay, great. All right, cool. Sprinkle on top of that all the Mandela effects. Awesome. Okay, so I learned what? Like I went to school just
Yeah,
to learn to tie my shoe. That's it.
right.
That's it. Oh yeah, and fluoride is bad for you too because it petrifies your pineal gland. Great. So they don't want a psychic. Okay, awesome. It's just interesting about these different things around the world that are found, and they're so some of them are so huge. You're like, why are we just now hearing about the petrified snake in Thailand? And then everyone in Thailand's like, oh no, we've been knowing about this shit. Oh,
So
really?
I've known about it for years. I mean, not like hundreds of years,
Right, right. That's when the
but
big reveal
just like
happened.
probably within the last 2, 3 years. So I don't know, but
But okay, so having known about it, I think
was I a dick for not spreading the
no,
word?
no,
I'm
no, 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 no,
sorry.
no. I think I think something could be genuine, but it gets deflated by the terms that are used. Like I feel like people just say, "Oh, it's a mud petrification." Oh, okay. Like what you put on your face? I mean, that shit gets hard.
Right.
Like, but I can still breathe. Is the snake still breathing? I don't know what the fuck you're trying to. What are you trying to tell me? What kind of mud? Because it's due for an exfoliation. If this is mud, I don't, but we don't need to. Is it alive? Is what I'm trying to ask. Is it alive? And so, what are your thoughts on it? Having known about it for so long, do you feel like it's just one big art installation? Like some people just got real crafty back in the day, and let's just
I
do.
think that it was multifunctional.
Like you think it
It
was
was
part of a temple or part of a worship area?
I think it was a utility
But to what?
that they used because there are certain angles on it that point to certain directions.
Hmm. Oh,
And
oh, oh,
I don't
oh, oh,
know the
oh.
story behind. I don't remember, sorry, the story behind that, but
Oh no,
from one
you're talking about that one area that Graham Hancock found.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Or
no,
he
no.
didn't find it. I
Well, yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. No, I knew
right, he
about that
covered it.
one. I knew about that one. I'm talking about the one in Thailand. It's a huge, huge snake.
Oh,
Huge.
no.
It's
Did you send me something? I didn't
yeah, I sent you
You did? I
mhm.
didn't get it.
It's a huge like this is okay, check your phone real quick. This is part of the wall in one of the caves, in one of the areas. You see that? Yeah,
Ooh, I
you
just
just
got a
got it.
message from you.
You just got it.
Okay, this just in.
Yeah,
Okay.
right?
Okay, let's see. What who?
You see that?
What is it?
That's the
You're gonna
body.
please post the link.
That's the
That's
body.
fantastic.
That's the
That's
body
gorgeous.
of the snake.
It's great. I love it.
I guess until you realize, hey, if this is real,
I mean, I feel real sorry for the people that encountered this thing, but I am encountering it in this way, and this way to me
yeah,
is pretty
it's much
functional.
safer. Yeah, yeah, it's much
I
safer.
mean,
This is pleasant.
okay.
This is pleasant.
Right.
It's right here. I have it in my hand. It's not really
Right.
something that's probably gonna get a snack out of me. I feel a-okay about it.
Yeah. Hey, it's my wife-in-law.
Jesus, that's so goddamn.
This is dude. Hang on just a second, bro.
Oh my God, this is
Yes.
amazing.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. What's going on with you?
I'm just sitting here talking about big snakes, and that's not a euphemism. Uh,
Lord.
but but it's funny as shit now that I said it.
You're nasty, and you need Jesus. You're nasty.
I'm just addressing it before the assumptions are made. Wow,
It's a snake.
Mm-mm. No.
It's a petrified snake.
you
That's
see that?
gross. Mm-mm.
That's in Thailand, and people are just
Oh,
walking
there's
around it.
more. I didn't even see Homeboy standing right there.
Yeah, that's how big it is.
Fucking the head of that thing, motherfucker.
That's
Ah, damn.
and so people are like just saying, nah, this is some people that got real crafty and
You think
decided to make a
No,
snake.
you think that's real? Like that was a snake and it was petrified now?
no, that's too big.
Well, that's
I've
what I'm
never
saying. Like,
I've never. I know we have anacondas, but that's way bigger than even that. Like,
right. So they're saying it's a mud
You're not here for
petrified snake. And
it?
I'm just like, are we sure it's dead? Because
Oh, that's hilarious.
if this is mud petrified, okay.
Yeah, no, I would probably lean more towards that than an
Okay.
actual
But the
snake.
wall, okay, look at one of those pictures is one of the
Oh, the
walls
wall.
and it's part of the body of a snake. That's like,
So demanding. The wall picture?
yeah, but I'm just saying the picture of that in one of those pictures is that inside of that wall. Okay, so you got the four pictures. The
Mm-hmm.
lower right and the lower left
Right.
are inside this cave area, and that's the body. That's part of the body of the snake.
I mean, he may have gotten stuck, passed away while mud was going through him.
Yeah, but that's a big
And
stuck.
Yeah, no, yeah, not. Something's not right about that.
you think
Like,
that this is an art installation? Dude,
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, if I'm back in whatever
you
time.
know how I am. Fucking, I thought the fucking in search guy was fucking real.
I'm just thinking if I'm back in a certain time period, what am I doing?
Hang on just a second. I'm going to take these back.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us. It was great.
Okay, bye, Will.
bye.
Bye, Will.
He says bye.
I love lesbians.
She got a kick out of that.
Yeah, it's just sort of
So
like
it's just hold on. Let me say this is very funny. Whenever she walked in, I had a picture of a petrified snake on my phone.
Yeah.
In my web browser right now.
Yeah.
It's looking up tactical helmets.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
And
How it should be.
they have punk helmet masks. And these masks are like video game masks.
Yes, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. That's how any interaction and night around should be. Yeah. So,
Goodness.
any case, I just feel like it's interesting that there's certain things like there out there's certain things out there like this that people can't explain, and they're trying to figure out what is going on. I think that it's also interesting that they're like, yeah, nah, it's just sort of a whole thing that people used to do. They just used to carve out really huge reptiles, and maybe they go and worship in that area, or maybe they just did whatever they did around there. Maybe that was like the snake of fertility, and they would have orgies to praise it. I don't know.
Is that
Like people don't know. People don't know.
Did you say what?
It's like people don't know. They don't know.
Okay.
They don't know what they were for, and they don't know why they were doing it. But the detail on them, on some of them, the detail is just it's a little too real. It's like, okay, um, is this real, or is this something that somebody started and they just got tired or and just didn't complete it? Like it was supposed to be a kid slide or something. What they don't know. So it's just interesting when you see different images of these really, really large creatures, and there's no explanation of them. Now,
I mean,
that could it be a simple explanation? I don't know. Could it be mud petrification? I don't know. Could I make up my own assumptions and just come up with some bullshit? Absolutely. Very quickly, I could do that.
right.
very quickly I could do that. And it probably will all lead to it being a fertility god and people just having orgies around it. Sure. Sure. But to the thing that you were talking about that Graham Hancock found with that huge serpent where he got kicked off that where he was banned from coming on. Yeah, that's absolutely done with precision, undeniable precision. And I think he figured out exactly the time period it was built too, because the way it aligns with the sun.
Yes.
So yeah, that dude, he's
It's so fascinating to
yeah,
me.
that
It's
dude,
just
he's irrefutable. He has everything lined up, and that's the thing that makes him super scary to everybody else.
yeah. It's it's a lot,
Yeah,
like for me, it's a lot of math and it
yeah,
makes a lot of sense. And if they can convince me, then good for them
right.
because that's something.
If you get my stamp of approval, that goes
You've got my
far.
vote.
That goes far. Yeah.
hmm Yeah.
Well, good episode. I think it's a good
Yeah,
episode.
I think it was a great
I think it's a
episode.
good
I feel
episode.
good about it.
I feel yeah.
I'm
I feel
looking at
like
tactical gear right now.
yeah.
I
Check out
feel
the
great.
tactical gear. We're gonna go out on this episode while you look at tactical gear, and
hmm
you bid adieu to your wife-in-law, and
Yes.
tell her hello, tell her I love lesbians,
Okay.
and tell your wife hello as well.
Okay.
Uh, and let's do this
Oh,
again. Let's do
we
this.
should. We should do this sometime.
Yeah, we should do this again. Wait, when are you thinking of the Costa Rica thing?
It'll be next year, I
Okay,
think.
okay, so we got time. So don't
Yeah,
worry, everybody.
there's some things that are up in the air, so
Yeah, so don't worry,
you know.
everybody. We'll still have some episodes to come. It won't be a
I mean,
lag.
now look, if you want to crowdfund and get a fucking okay,
We
I'll
can
go.
figure. Okay, we'll figure
But
that out. We'll figure that out. Maybe
I
we
mean, I don't
will.
know.
Maybe we will.
I don't know.
To help the
All I'm saying is
dinosaur,
a private jet would be nice.
help the dinosaur
And I
go,
know that y'all got one.
go on our
Okay, come on, somebody got one.
yeah, go on our ayahuasca trip.
Go treat
Um,
with us.
yeah.
We'll do sessions.
Oh my God,
Let's go.
Jesus, that would just be ridiculous. Anyway,
You
thanks for
can
listening
watch me
to us.
float.
We really appreciate you all listening to us, and hopefully you've heard.
I think you're special.
I think you're special too. That definition is up for grabs. But
You're correct.
uh, feel free to listen to the other episodes. You can find us at TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, where you can find all of our episodes, merch, and all the other stuff that we have going on with the social media links all over the
Sponsors.
place, all of our sponsors and affiliates, and also any podcast vehicle that you listen to, whether it's Spotify or through Amazon Podcasts, or
Vehicle.
we are on it. You can find it at the listening options
For sure.
on TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. All the listening options, click on it. It'll take you exactly to our podcast on whatever it is that we have available for you to listen to, whether it's iHeart, Spotify, Amazon, or if you're still trudging along with Google Podcasts before they switch over. So thanks
Yeah,
everybody.
you about to get out.
Yeah.
You about to get out of that.
Thanks everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Continue to do well, and don't forget to love yourself, because
Really
we
hard.
love you. And if you're gonna love yourself hard.
With lotion.
Really hard with lotion. Yeah, with lotion.
Lots of
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for the sound effect. All the girls and guys and dudettes, the lady boys and the girly men, the gigolos and gigahos and the
There you go.
motherfuckers and the fatherfuckers.
Let's
Thanks
do it.
to everyone. Really appreciate it. Check us out and be around for the next episode of Dinosaur and the Dude. If you missed it,
You get around. Mhm.
She's the dinosaur
That's me.
and I'm the dude. Thanks, lady, for your time. I really appreciate it. Love you.
No worries. I love you too.
And
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.